Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for a weekly angel reading for January the 11th through the 17th, 2016. So let's just take a moment to find space for our own clarity of alignment. And so as we gather here with the angels and your guides and your entire divine team, I want you just to focus a moment on your breath and focus your attention toward the center of your being, near the area of your heart chakra, and allowing yourself to bask in the glow and the warmth and the appreciation of your inner being, allowing for all thoughts and concerns to just sort of evaporate in the presence of this divine light, and allow it to just continue to flow through your body and the space where you're sitting. Now the angels seem to be indicating some attention to they writing the word food. So just continue to monitor this, especially if you've been giving me this sense, if you've been having some disturbances in your energy pattern, or especially I was really getting a sense about sleeping. So just be aware of what you're eating, and to make sure that what you are eating for yourself is, in terms of vibration, offers you the highest frequency, so that your body can receive the nutrients it needs to create a very good energy for you, in terms of being able to feel rested and to feel light and playful, and to feel that you are open to the awareness of information that is floating around you in the non-physical planes, that is as ideas and concepts that are coming to you as answers to your prayers. So they really want you to help you to focus on your attention in a positive manner, rather than focusing in a way that is in resistance to your natural order of well-being. So let's just take a moment to see into this week a little bit deeper. And I'm going to go ahead and take a look at our card for the week, the theme for the week, the Archangel Oracle cards. Okay, and this card indicates, this is Archangel Jeremiel, and the card indicates all is well. So they were writing, when I started to, the word safe, that you're safe. And the message on this card says, everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to, with hidden blessings you will soon understand. So the sense I'm getting is that they want you to not feel as though you have to push or to kind of force things to happen. what they would like for you to do is to just be aware of the good that is coming to you. So you may feel like you have this agenda and things that need to on that list that need to get done, people you need to speak to, ideas that you need to kind of push forward on. And what they want you to notice, they want you to notice the good that is happening for you. As they're showing me that there's so much in your vortex, there's so much that you have uh, prayed for, there's so much that you have manifested already, and that they're indicating that you could feel sort of a bit of a struggle if you are not focused on allowing and paying attention to how your prayers are being answered rather than what you must do in order to make them happen. There's indicating that if you are paying attention more to how things are coming to you and the opportunities that are coming to you, you'll get where you're going a lot faster. Okay? And they want you to take out of your vocabulary, they just wrote, I can't. So there's some of you who they're showing me that you have the support that you need and that you have the confidence, or well, not the confidence, but you have the the tools that will give you the confidence that you need, but they need you to take out of your vocabulary, I can't. Okay? So really notice how much you keep telling yourself when a thought, an idea, or a blessing or opportunity comes to you, and you may say, I can't really do that right now, or um, I can't make that decision right now, or I'm not capable of that. Just, they're saying is they're showing me someone walking with a walker. And and what this does is that you're just sort of crippling your own way. You're creating this sense that, this idea, this belief that you are disabled, and that belief of that you're disabled is what's blocking you, okay, from taking action. So they want you to just when they're showing me like a megaphone, when something comes to you, don't reject it. Don't reject the changes just because you can't understand. And they wrote the word gamble. You're afraid of taking a gamble. You think that the changes that come are like a gamble, and you're afraid of making those kind of decisions. But this perception that they're showing me is coming from the past, when you maybe had a failure that occurred for you, or some pain or suffering. And they're writing, this is a new age. This is a new age, my friend. This is what they're saying to you. And you have grown and developed in ways that you have not completely and fully recognized. And this is one of the things that they were talking about in the past week's readings, that they want you to pay attention to, and with a great deal of appreciation, in each moment, as much as you are able to do so, to recognize how much how much change, how much you have developed, how much in each moment is unfolding within you, how much you are expanding, how much you are becoming, and allow yourself to appreciate that and to see that, and recognize when others are expressing that to you. Don't somehow let that compliment slip by and you just kind of dismiss it. And when somebody points out real advances or changes that they see happening with you. Acknowledge that and embrace it and feel what they're saying to you, because that will help you to connect into the abundance. That feeling that they are helping you to understand and perceive is the abundance that you are manifesting. And once you allow yourself to key into that and then allow it to expand, you will then very soon attract the things, the details that go along with it. So all is well, and pay attention to all the ways that it shows up to you in this week, that through others and through your own guidance that will help point you to that, towards that. All right, let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week. Okay, and so we had this card come up at the end of our week last week, and now it's showing up at the beginning of the week. So there is this overlap that is coming in from the previous week. Now this card, and what I'm really hearing is this card is about an internal struggle. So within one in which you're creating as you are trying to embrace changes, embrace the changes that you're going through that is helping you to fulfill your life purpose. Okay? And so these situations, and I always think of this, the number 5, change, is also dealing with lessons. And not like you're being forced in school and put through a test, but these are almost like pearls of wisdom or revelations that you are looking for, to understanding that will help you to create the shifts within yourself that you want to see fulfilled. So let this card not kind of make you feel like you are stuck or blocked, as these wands may indicate here, but that it's going to reveal or help you to shift what is blocking you from, going that path of least resistance. As you can see behind, the water is very calm and very serene and peaceful. And so this card reminds you that behind the things that you focus on that may not be in alignment with your inner being, that the note that your inner being is always offering is one of peace, one of clarity. And as I look at this water behind, you see it has so clear, it's like a mirror that it reflects. So when we're in the midst of conflicts and our internal struggles, this is an opportunity. These give us a clear opportunity to know our truth, to know what it is that we truly want when we're faced with things that we don't want, when we're faced with obstacles. These are the defining moments, what we call, as one of my teachers refers to as a choice point. So when you see that, and for me, what a choice point is almost kind of like depicted in this card. It's almost like when I feel like I'm having these clear, wonderful experiences while I'm having this intense struggle, and they're so dominant, the two of them, that it's like, whoa, what is that? And so all of a sudden I realize, choose, because I can't live in two extremes. And so when you find yourself experiencing a choice point, choose. Always choose the path of least resistance. Who would choose the other? But some do. And so the idea here is that you want to choose what's working and go with that. And what I found is that obstacle disappears, because it is an illusion. It's an illusion of your to your source. It's not real. Your source doesn't even consider it. So you just have to link up with that alignment that your source's understanding. Let me just tune in. So one of the things I'm hearing. So don't get caught up in sort of arguments, or let's say, don't get caught up in, and when things are kind of fussy, and maybe you see things are not going and working out, or then look for other options. You have a choice always, okay? Look for other options. So this could also deal with something that you're working on and you're just feeling like you're really struggling with this. Well, this is an indication not to, for you to be stuck and to be wrestling. That this is an indication for you to look, and this is how this helps you, because you wouldn't have tried for something different. You wouldn't have looked at your options otherwise. So when things like this happen, this is, since we're in the retrograde now, this gives you an opportunity to reflect, to look at things differently, to review. Okay, so I'll never forget, my aunt Loretta had I had a knot in my shoestrings when I was in high school, and I was so frustrated, and I kept, and my aunt Loretta said, "Okay," she said, "stop for a moment." And when she said to me was, "Where there's a will, there's a way." And she said, "Now, if that knot got in there that way, it was tied in that, then it can be taken out, and you just have to take your time." And when she said that to me, the words, her assurance, her confidence, is what eased my own resistance and allowed me to see that situation completely from a new perspective. And it really was a source perspective, because she put me back into my own alignment. I was seeing that this had power over me, versus that I had always the power within me to see. And that's what she meant by, where there's a will. She meant, for her, the will of God. Where there's a will, there's a way. And so in the beginning of the week, just be aware of that. Just be aware of your own inner power and your will to be able to see the solutions that are appropriate for you. Okay, let me just tune in and see if I get any additional information about this card. But what they're showing me is that this is going to take you, whatever is coming up for you in the beginning of the week, and it has a lot to do with your life purpose. And they're just saying, don't worry. But whatever this has to do, this is going to take you through a huge transformation in yourself. So this is going to be well worth it, and it's going to bring valuable information to you from in different directions. And they're showing me like a horn on the old cars. So not quite sure what that means right now, but that it had to do with the information. So it's going to come through maybe loud and clear, or so look for a sign. And I don't know, possibly maybe this may have something to do with traveling, since it's this car horn. But just be aware of some things coming up, okay? Traveling or relocating could be related to a job, or some kind of project you're working on. All right, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. And see, that's interesting, because this card is the page, which is about messages and it coming through. And this card says, news of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. So, a couple of things here. This card here is indicating, coming up with getting creative ideas, And so something is going to resolve itself in the middle of the week, okay? And this really confirms what we were just talking about in this card about, you know, things are going to come through loud and clear for you. So whatever you've been struggling with since the last end of last week, or maybe even through that week into this week, somehow you're going to just get a it's going to be like a wake up call, and maybe what that horn is also indicating, and it's something that is going to allow you to move in a new direction. Something's going to set you off on maybe on a different path. I'm not necessarily saying that it's going to be a change. It could be a change in career for some of you, or it just could be a change about how you go about doing things. That's really going to just give you so much clarity, and as it says here, confidence. Okay, so in the middle of the week here, there is a real sense that you can just really open up, and you're bringing forth. And I like this card because this is winter singing, and this page brings the dragon brings with it the element of fire, which can dissolve all of the sort of feeling stuck and frozen, and bring warmth, and bring passion, and bring new energy, vitality. So really, the middle of the week, you'll start to feel like you're getting the messages, the know-how to start in making some plans, or to initiate something. Okay, start putting things into some kind of a format. Okay, all right. Let me just tune in to see what additional information I get from this card. So there's a sense that you'll feel like you are at the table, that you're like an equal at the table, is sort of the phrase they're giving me. So maybe you were just kind of feeling a little left behind or left out, and this was causing you to feel vulnerable. Maybe you were feeling like something was not working, and that you taking some risk, and maybe you were kind of getting behind, or you maybe felt like you were behind the eight ball. You just didn't feel like you were where you needed to be. But now this idea, or whatever it is changing you, is going to make you feel like you are an equal player at the table, okay, of whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, so let's take a look at the card for the end of the week. All right, and an interesting card, good card in this position, because the card is release, and so this is really another card about transformation, and it says the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. So clearly, by the end of the week, you are going to have experienced a powerful shift, and it really relates to this card that you're going to understand. What was hidden from you will be revealed, and you're going to know that everything is all right, and that it's good, and that you'll understand the reasons behind what was happening. And Archangel Jeremiel is kind of sort of um, how you want to say it, a psychological archangel. So there's going to be a transformation in your psychology, or your beliefs, or your understanding of yourself or a situation, that's really going to be healed. And this card really indicates that, where you will be able to put things behind you, and put down that whatever that was creating this distortion, and you're going to just begin to feel free. And what this may indicate is sort of an ending that is almost like that leads to a rebirth in yourself, where you'll feel renewed, and you'll really feel like you've just surrendered that situation and moved on. All right, let me just tune into this card and see what additional information is coming up. So And they just show me from this point, expect to a gradual shift, okay? Expect a gradual shift that is going to take you into a new experience of your own life. So you're going to just see yourself moving from this place where you were maybe overly critical or allowing yourself to be, um, criticized by others, and being feeling stuck or feeling, um, you know, feeling immobilized by this. Okay, and to the point where you are just going to be able to leave those people behind, um, and move in a completely new direction. And they're showing me too that those people are going to kind of gather, and you're going to have, because you've lived for your own truth, that they will not leave you, or you will not leave them unchanged by who you have been gracious enough to, and brave enough, and had the courage to be yourself, that this will have an effect on them. And they're showing me that in the future, that this is going to create, I just, if, I see a large gathering of people around you. And the Archangel Raphael is coming, his name is coming up here at this point. And so I'm getting a sense of you launching, your career really taking off, especially for those of you who have a career as a healer or a spiritual teacher, or any kind of work that will be public service, so that people are going to be drawn to you, and your connection will be just validated by your faith. So have no worries, okay? Have no worries. There, some of you are going to start to moving into sort of an ascendant master kind of phase. So you're going through an ascendant process where you are just going to become, you've learned so much, and that you're moving into this phase. Okay, so let's take a look at the card I already pulled from underneath the deck. And this is the means the underlying influence in this reading here. And so this card is a really great card to get for this, because it tells you the foundations underneath you, and the Emperor is the ideal of being grounded, having stability, as the number 4 represents this, as well as the angel number represents the support of your angels. So just know that you're being really supported, and that Archangel Michael is here, is that you can feel good about what's happening. You can feel supported, and you can feel fearless. Okay, here it comes back that word safe again, and which just reiterates that all is well. Okay, and so if you can just embrace and accept this, and focus on the alignment of things that are coming to you, the ideas, I get a very powerful sense that we really need to pay attention to ideas and our own spiritual fire, as we have 2 fire cards here in this week, that we really need to pay attention to that, as and go with that. And it is creating, it is attracting the structures, the boundaries, the details that you need, that will come into place because you are following your heart. The opposite is not true. If you try to follow the strict order that is so asymmetrical to your divine source, then that's where you're creating this instability, because you're learning patterns of doubt and fear, and you can't ever really have what you want. You can get it, but you won't have that sustainable joy within that allows you to hold on to it, to expand upon it, and to allow it to be free. You don't want to live where you're like in a survival mode, but you want to live in thriving mode. You don't want to live with your fist clenched very tightly around your dreams, because you end up choking them out of fear that you're going to lose them at any moment. And so following your heart gives you the sustainable joy, allows freedom, allows room for your dreams and your everything that you're praying for to continue to expand for you, to continue to offer dividends unlimitedly. So allow yourself to have the confidence and to really rely on your spiritual strength, that following that. And this card also indicates that action, that as the masculine energy here, that of action, moving forward. And so there's going to be a lot of stable ideas that inspired action for you to follow. Okay, just know that all is well, and trust. So I send you lots of love, and thank you all for your comments on here and your likes, and for all the new subscribers, and sharing this with others. I know that a lot of you do that, and so thank you. And if you have come across these videos, please subscribe and like or leave a comment. Also, thank you for joining us on Facebook, and for those daily readings there. You can find that on the description link below this video. And as well, if you would like an angel reading, you can contact me at theangelschool.com, which you can find in the description link below. So I look forward to seeing you, or hearing from you, or speaking with you for angel reading. And so until next week, God bless you all.